Hi folks, just a little quick update. I'm not working on the car today. I haven't been working on the car for a couple of days just due to the weather and the fact that darkness is creeping in. I thought I'd show you just a couple of things that really what I've actually been doing. So I've given the filter and the transmission casing a really good clean up. We'll have a bit more of a clean up, but we are going to reuse this filter. Anyway, we've got a load of nuts and bolts. As you can see, my organisation is a bit all over the place, but it's kind of where I can understand what's what by not keeping it, by keeping the job small. This is as far as I go, apart from actually the head, which will be a few more bolts. But in general, everything's come off really nicely. The alternator has cleaned up really nicely. It's looking really nice now. I've cleaned up all on the inside. The bearing feels absolutely fine. And we have made a repair to that plug, which I used the plastic welder, the sort of hot staple gun as it is. It's a plastic welder to get that back in position, and it is rock solid. I was just hoping that it didn't break off in the picture there. I'd have to have done an edit then. But yeah, that should be solid enough now to give a good connection. This has all been cleaned up as well. I've cleaned up the map sensor. I've used carb cleaner with the stepper motor, which can gum up. But it's all cleaned up really nicely. I'm pretty happy with the injector seals as well. And the actual state inside the intake manifold itself. If I just leave that there, I will actually just get my light, and as you can see, I've cleaned some of it with carb cleaner, but it is pretty clean. There's nothing massive, nowhere near as much coke as a couple of other cars I've had, notably Fords. I mean, I can actually show you around the side actually, but we've cleaned up the throttle. That was a bit dirty around the sides where they go, but all good. The throttle position sensor has been cleaned up as well. They tend to go, but all good really. I'm really pleased with the way that has actually come out really. So all good. I've cleaned a few things up, like the alternator. An aircon tensioner. There's a couple of bits on the floor which I won't show you, just the heat shield that needed a little doing. The heat shield actually, I will actually show you the heat shield. If I can get it from under the table. There is a small crack just there, as you can see straight through, but it's not massive. Heat shields are kind of known for that, so I'm not too bothered about that. Everything's been cleaned, everything that will be put back on the car, as I always work to, nice clean environments as I can try and do so. There is a couple of other videos that I've made that I'm going to join to this one. One on the thermostat, which I discovered wasn't working. Yep, so that's interesting, possibly due to it just not being used in the last couple of years. That could be why, but I just hope that hasn't resulted in any form of heat and overheating, which I don't think so. And there was another video on the alarm sensor, which was also quite interesting and might explain a couple of issues. Right, now this has just been delivered today. It's a genuine Rover 88-degree thermostat made in England, as it says there. And we're going to just make sure that it works, because my experience of a certain make of thermostat from Euro car parts, that could have been a very bad situation if I hadn't tested it and made sure it was working, and it wasn't. I bought a genuine Ford one. And sorry about the camera. Yep, that has opened. It has opened. Fantastic. I think we can actually put the probe in and just check the temp, but it is quite hot. It only takes about 30 seconds for boiling water to become less than 88 degrees. We have reached over 88. Turn that off now. There we go. Bang on. And the other thing on my list is this perimeter interior alarm sensor. Now this is the original, judging by the date, Valio, very good parts manufacturer. The story is that this was one of the reasons the car got parked up for such a long time, because the alarm kept going off apparently, and it was causing a drain on the battery, so it wouldn't start. They traced it to the alarm. Don't know how they came to that conclusion, but they took it off and the battery drain went. So yeah, it was obviously this. Now I want to know why that is. So we have a couple of clips here that I'm just going to pull back. Just take that off. So if we pull that forwards, we're going to have a look at what's going on. You can already see there's some suspicious green, come on camera, suspicious green corrosion, and you can see some on the board. So we are going to have a look now. That was easy, it just flicked up and came straight out. Oh dear. Yeah, I think we found potentially a fault. I would definitely say that this wouldn't help. Whether it caused a drain or not, I don't know. But I'm going to clean it up, and we're going to, at a later date, when we've done more jobs, test whether this does actually drain the battery. And there's a couple of drain tests I can do to check for that. But we're going to clean it up with contact cleaner. And I might use my fiberglass pen or brush as such. Okay, so I've got my pen, contact spray, so just there we go. That seems to have done the job. Then we're just going to go over the contacts very, very gently. And I do more of this off camera. It's quite difficult, but you get the picture. And I think we can agree that that is a really good improvement. There was some corrosion on one of those, wherever they are. I'm not an electrician, but I do know my things. There we go. All good.